All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, Brak Yahweh, Brak Yahushai, Brak Yahweh, Brak Yahushai, Brak Yahweh, Brak Yahushai, Kahalam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodosh, and also double honor to the apostles and the elders of Grand Millstone, and Shalom to Yakima, they are pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodosh, scattered around the four corners of the earth. I'm back here again with a lesson, and this lesson here is more going into a vision I had or a dream I had, last night. Okay, and this vision right here, man, it was terrible vision. I felt it, my body felt it, and my body got hot. And right now over here we in the winter time, but my body got hot like it was summertime. Okay, you know, So before I go ahead and tell the vision, I want to give two precepts. The book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 17. It shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, I'll pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. All right. And that's I had a dream last night. I had a vision last night. And this vision here is going into what? It's going into, you know, the 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 future prophecies to come. Okay? Which is, it's just around the corner. But I'm gonna read verse 18 as well. And my servants on my hand, it's like on my handmaids, would I pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. Okay, because this vision right here is a scriptural vision. It's a dream that I had, and it's all connected with precepts, man. Okay, and that's the reason why, I'm doing this lesson because I've been thinking about it all day. While I was at work, should I do a video on it? Just going back and forth. But then I'm like, as I was having this dream, I recall myself in a dream doing what? Coding precepts, which I'm gonna get into, man. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get another precept in the book of Job, right? Let me get this one in the book of Job, and I'm gonna go into this vision of mine. The vision of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that was put upon me. This is the book of Job, chapter 33, verse 15. Second verse, I'm starting from verse 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet men perceiving not. Okay, in NLT it says for God speaks again and again, though people don't recognize it, right? So this vision, I'm like, hey man, this could be Yahweh Shemishah speaking to me. Then I went back and forth with it. I'm like, nah, man, it's just a dream. But what got me doing is because I was calling precepts in his dream. Verse 15, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberings upon bed, then he openeth the ears of man and sealeth the instruction. See that? And that's what what was put upon me. The vision I had, it was I felt it. It was the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Okay, for me to see the whole vision and clear, and still remember through the whole day, man. I've worked and tired and all that, but I still remember the vision. And this is the first time I ever remember a dream I had. You see, other times I have a dream. Then when I'm trying to explain it, I remember none of it. But this time I remember the whole dream, because my heart was hurting, man. Okay, so the dream starts like this, right? Out of nowhere, um out of nowhere, I'm somewhere between, the division. It was like, imagine you have two halves, like your hand, get your hand and put your hand between your nose, right? You get your left eye, right eye. So my vision, it was like it was between the Middle East, in the Middle East, also uh, um regular cities. Okay, the regular city. I don't know what city I was in, but I was in the Middle East and in a regular city as well. Okay, so you had Arabs, the so-called the so-called Arabs of today, or Ishmaelites, or Elams, all right, because it's all mixed up over there, right? So they had guns on them, okay, AK-47, and those guns were like the old Russians AK-47, and their rocket launcher, launchers, it's like yeah. And there was a war going on, all right. It was the east, the so-called Arabs and so-called East Indians, all right, together they were fighting against Edomites, all right. These Edomites that were fighting, all right, some of them they were on foot, they were wearing military equipped, but though the Arabs and the so-called East Indians, they were wearing the normal clothes they wear, the whole uh job, I forget, hijab, whatever it is, and they were shooting at the Edomite race, you know, of man, army, military that was on foot, and also the Esau military had a helicopter that was coming in, shooting, and then, it was like a war going on between them, and I was right there. I was right there, and they were shooting. And I was turning around. I was looking around. What the fuck is going on here? And then this man, the so-called Arabs. I'm just gonna say the so-called Arabs ran by me, shooting back, running, shooting, and looked at me. They didn't shoot me. They didn't shoot at me, and I was like, man, they about to take me out. And in my head, but as I was in my dream, I was, Sake, I when I in my dream I thought of, you know what, they're not gonna show me. All right, I'm a man of color, and I have never done nothing wrong to these people, so they're gonna leave me alone. They're gonna walk, they're just gonna keep, be worried about fighting against the Edomites. And guess what? That's what happened. They kept shooting, towards the Edomites helicopters, like army helicopters, and the ones that was on foot, and shooting, just going crazy and going crazy. Then it came to a point, the sound of guns was too much, and then the bullets was flying by. I went down, I lay down on my stomach, so the bullets wouldn't hit me. Okay, I went down on my stomach, so the bullets wouldn't hit me, man. You know, and I just looked around when I was on my stomach. It was like, like it looked like more of like the USA military helicopters, and they are soldiers on the ground over there in the Middle East, and they was having a World War III, man. It was World War III because it was crazy. The buildings, that was all messed up. Okay, and then and boom, switched, and the dream, like same thing happening. It switched on, and now I'm in different city. And this different city, it was like a city of western city. Not in this western city, I seen the same people, like same people with guns, and they were shooting. And this time they were running away as they were shooting, and they were having a shootout with the USA military again, or whatever army was, you know. But I'm gonna use USA military. I didn't see no flags whatsoever, but that's the only country that Middle East has always had beef with is USA. All right, and this city I was in, all right, there was it was just shooting going on, and Edomite, Edomite soldiers going crazy, shooting too, shooting back at him. And then the funny thing is, uh, as that was happening in our Western city, okay, this what happened is, it was in a fucking city. I was there in our city, and I was there with my kids, I believe. As I remember, and my woman was there, and my woman was holding my son, which is about 9 months old, 8 months old. Was holding him, and she was trying to run into the city where the war was going into, you know, where war or whatever shooting was happening. And from there, I start, like I start losing my focus. In the dream, it's like, I couldn't tell if it was the Arabs and Edomites going having a war, or it was just like a crazy, crazy shit happening, like a civil war, or people, just going at each other, just lost their mind and just fucking, killing each other, man. Gunning down, and I was right there in the middle of it. Bullets flying again. By hit, left, right, and I'm just standing right there, and I was waiting to get hit by a bullet, and it didn't happen. And I was like, this is it for me. In the dream, I was like, okay, this is gonna be it for me, and there was no place for me to escape those bullets, and people just running, and then what got me is this: as my woman was trying to run into the where into the city area, like you can see the buildings, and it was like right there. It wasn't too far off, but there was another area on the left side, and that was the wilderness. It was the wilderness, all right. As my woman was trying to run into where so many people were and fighting, I said no. No, you can't go there. Give my son. Okay, she was moving slowly. I was like, give my son. I put my son in my hand, and I sprinted, and I told her, look, the cities are going to be trouble. The scripture says the city shall be troubled. I said that I think 2 times. I said the city shall be troubled. The city shall be troubled. We have to go this way because the cities are going to be troubled, and that's what the scripture says. I told her that, and then from there, and that was the end of my that was the end, like the end of my vision. I woke up. Like I woke up, man. I woke up and I was like, oh shit. And my woman was still up. She was dealing with some phone calls from America, and she was still up. And I wanted to tell her the vision. I was like, nah. But man, yeah, it was like, so from there I was like, shit, this is this is what's about to come upon the earth, man. The World War III is coming, and also a civil war is coming over there in Babylon. Okay, Jacob tribe it's just sitting around the corner, man. So I'm gonna get that precept that I kept yelling out. All right, and also yeah, there was dead bodies everywhere, man. People, because there was people getting shot. There was people getting shot. Bullets was healing. It's like the bullets was hitting them, and me, I didn't get touched in that vision, man. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who delivered me in those days. And that's how I felt, man. I felt like, what the fuck? How am I gonna get the fuck out here? The beginning of sorrows and the great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of woes, that's right. And the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil, what shall do when the thing shall come. All right. And now from there I'm gonna go up, go down, Slacky, and get this precept where it says the cities shall be troubled, man. I kept yelling that precept, and I felt like, man, how the fuck am I gonna get out of here, man? I was troubled in our dream. I was troubled, man. Sweaty. I got hot in our dream. It got too hot. And then once the dream was over, when I woke up, my body got cold, because we, like I said, we in the winter time over here. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. That's right. And the dead body was just like laying there. Nobody was trying to, feel sorry for anyone. People were just running, trying to get away, shooting. It was crazy, man. It says, there shall be no man to comfort them. Okay, that's how I seen that, man. All right. For the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. You see that? And that's what I seen in our dream, man. Okay, that's what I seen in our dream. And let me get another one. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and it's like all thine shall perish with the sword in the field, man. All that right there, man. Okay? I seen that in our vision I heard. Okay? Second Ezra 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. That's what I seen in our vision. Nothing but troubles, man. Okay? Yelling out. I was yelling out, man. Okay, I yelled out to my woman. I was like, "Don't go there." The scripture said the city shall be troubled, and what was happening over there? It was nothing but trouble. Everybody was running into the city, shooting. Like it was like back and forth. It was like a movie, but more of like back and forth shooting each other. Running and shooting, and they were running into the cities. And when my woman trying to go over there, I was like, "No, don't go over there. The scripture said the city shall be troubled." I kept saying that I kept saying, the cities shall be troubled. The cities shall be troubled. And that's when I got my son and went into, where like, it was like a forest or wilderness, whatever you want to call it. And I went there, to hide myself, man, So that's the vision I had, man, and hey, like, as the vision, we know the scripture speaks in, and it's like the scripture speaks on how Jacob tribe is going to be, and how cities going to be, taken down, shaken, troubled people, the ones in the city, man, they're going to die horrible death, and that's what I see in our vision, man. Hey, and yeah, it's coming, man, slowly, but it's around the corner, Yahweh Shemachah is moving time fast, man. And and this vision we're receiving, this is just like, it's for us to make, lessons like this, and just tell tell the elect out there to be on their feet, and be ready. Okay, be ready of this trouble that Yahweh Shemachah is about to bring about. It's like it's about to bring upon the earth, man. Okay, because it's coming, man. All right, though it tarry, wait for it, man. All right, so Jacob trouble just around the corner, and it's gonna be terrible, man. Like what the scripture says, their body shall be, they're gonna be, they're gonna be cast out like down, like shit. That's what I seen. That's what I seen in my dream. All right, there, nobody was really trying to comfort this, anyone, man, or trying to mourn for the, people that were dying. Nobody, man. Everybody was running for their own lives. All right. Some people didn't even know what the fuck they were going, man. But the one, like I myself know what the scripture says, like when it says the city shall be troubled, I didn't run or walk towards the city. I went, the opposite way, man, which was the wilderness, the forest, So that's it. That's a spirit, though, for me to be according to scripture in my dream. Like I don't think this was, just okay bad dream, all right. So hey, Lord willing, was this is edifying, and it's making sense to you. I came out there, and Aqua Files there as well. So hey, Shalom.